Letters from a Father to His Daughter by late Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The foreword reads as follows. These letters were written to my daughter Indira in the summer of 1921 when she was in the Himalayas of Missouri and I was in the plains below. They were personal letters addressed to a little girl 10 years of age, but friends whose advice I value have seen some virtue in them and have suggested that I might place them before a wider audience. I do not know if other boys and girls will appreciate them, but I hope that such of them as read these letters may gradually begin to think of this world of ours as a large family of nations. Letters from a Father to His Daughter. A priceless collection of letters from one visionary leader to another. Despite it being written for a 10-year-old audience, it is so versatile and secular that it can be enjoyed by just anybody out there. The story of life this book tells is eternal. In this timeless series of letters, Pandit Nehru tells Indira Gandhi the story of Earth. How and when life started on Earth and the development of mankind in the most amusing and vocabulous way. He introduces to her the wonders of the world we live in. He fluently encapsulates thousands of years of human history into 30 short letters without missing any major events. He not just covers human history, but touches on almost all realms of science, history, and society. Rather than reading a letter, I felt like I was reading an encyclopedia, which teached me the book of nature. Another true miracle this book showcases is its classic timeless nature. Despite the book being written in the late 1920s, it still fascinated me. Considering the fact that the book is almost a century old, this is quite a wonderful feat. Nehru's idea of history was so modern that it is relevant to this date. Being a strong freedom fighter must have been accompanied with innumerous unavoidable tasks. But still he spared some time to teach his daughter the basics of life. These were sweet and personal letters written from the heart. That might be the reason that they brought that little kindle of warmth to the reader's heart. Pandit Nehru's love for mankind and nature remained crystal clear through his illustrations. How he loved to gain knowledge about his surroundings. Another fact that remained vibrant was how deeply he wanted to show these wonders to his daughter. How much he wanted to instill the moral values inside of her. One particular piece of advice completely changed my perspective of history with these words of Pandit Nehru. History does not only consist of battles and a few people who became kings and generals. History should tell us of the people, how they lived, what they did and what they thought. It should tell us of their joys and sorrows, their difficulties and how they overcame them, so we can learn from them. When I started reading this book, I expected a book written by one of the highest intellectual leaders of India. But little did I know that these were loving letters written by an Allahabad-based father to his 10-year-old daughter in Missouri. I am extremely happy that I read this book, and I would encourage every teenager to do so too. Because this book gave me an insight on what Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru saw in this world and its people. I hope that this book will teach you the book of nature and its beauty. Reading this book, I discovered Jawaharlal Nehru not just as a courageous freedom fighter, but also a loving and endearing father. Thank you for listening. Keep reading.